But I've always respected that they went from big cartridges to medium cartridges to small cartridges, and they've never left cartridges. Arguably, SD cards are not quite a cartridge, but arguably they are. It's literally just a little cartridge around a thing that holds data. Well, that's true. The GameCube did have discs, and the Wii as well. But then they went back, baby. They went back to cartridges. Full circle. Oh, right, the Wii U. I forgot about the Wii U. So it was the GameCube, the Wii, and the Wii U were discs. Yeah, the DS carried the cartridge system forward for us. Not to say that ownership of media isn't a conversation that should be had. I think it's an important conversation, a Floor 2 Shrine of Knowledge. Thanks, team, for shooting me. Add certificate-looking things, including the push against transfer of ownership. Sorry, not meant to push return. Does emulate stack, or does it duration just increase? Emulate. Duration damage. So, stack type is intensity? Yeah, good boy's already on it. So that means the more stacks, the more damage. As opposed to duration. I feel like an important line that we all need to collectively draw in the sand, as far as, like, ownership of video games goes, is where we're already, unfortunately, leasing, not owning, right? But I don't know of any circumstances where, like, an offline single-player game has ever been taken away from someone. If that exists, I would love to hear about it and be angry about that. But there is a very explicit reason why I will not buy a game that is single-player and exists only in the online space. Like, if your game requires an internet access and it's single player, I'm not participating. I am not going to buy that video game. I will never do that. Here's a Might and Magic 6. Like, they took it away? Like, I've had games removed from Steam, i.e. they do not exist in the store. However, I can still play and download copies of those games off of the Steam servers. And if I wanted to, I could, like, download a backup and put it on a CD-ROM or on an external hard drive. A raid? Sony did on a collector? I need to know more about that. The death of Game Pass would seem to indicate the business model won't quite fly with the target audience. We were talking about that before, but like this entrapment model of get people stuck in your subscription model and make it shittier and raise the price has not been working out so hot for companies recently. Like, no one wants to engage with that anymore. Yeah, like you have the OG Prey, it's not listed in the Steam store, you can't buy it anymore, but you can still download and play it. So we got a very well upgraded Storm Drake. We have Spirit Drake, Storm Summoning, and Stormcrest. I mean, I could summon a Stormcrest now. With Storm Summoning. If we're on a fully open map and there are storm clouds, do we get 2 Stormcrests? I feel like, again, I know we were like, let's do... Game Pass has been losing a lot of subscribers because they're raising the price. Like, I canceled my subscription because they raised the price. Like, a floor 2 Stormcrest, I think, is a great time to pivot. Skirt! Oh, if you post in the Discord, I would love to read about a private collection being raided. I don't doubt it, because again, we live in a shitty world. I just kind of hoped and assumed that, yeah, like I won't be able to read it while I'm streaming. I do believe we want to get ourselves some storm clouds. Well, we're changing the run-up. Want some letter L's now. I long for the day the incredibly elderly folk that make the horrible choices at Nintendo retire, to use a kind term. I think it's time we stopped letting rich elderly people run everything. Just a thought. Just a thought I have. Who don't even care about the thing that they're running. Like video games, I don't play those. And why are you here? Get him, boss! Oh my god, my team is going to make me die, aren't they? There you go, I have poisoned the actual threat. I'm trying to proactively keep anything from getting too close to me. It was over studio prototypes and unreleased media. Like, were these things considered stolen? Stormcrest says hello. Collector rated by police over 10,000 games after the Sonic the Hedgehog maker. Wait, it was Sega? It was an undercover sting? I want a Cliff Notes version. It's all weird. That sounds like a wild situation there. What's going on, Audrey? You know what? At 8 spell points.
I'm sorry.
Lightning form would make it so I don't have to worry about being electrocuted by my dragons. So, Stormdrake Stormcrest will summon a Stormcrest. We only get one each level. That's the critical thing there. I feel like we're probably gonna go for Rain of Thunderbolts with Tempest Drakes, right? Like, if we're gonna have some dope-ass dragons like this. It used to be the last cast would do it, but yeah, it has changed. You can do it on the first cast now. Boo-doo-boo-doo-boo. Probably going for those double A's there. But beforehand... Alright, collector was raided by police after buying £10,000 worth of Sega development. That's heavy. Hardware and prototype materials from a company involved in cleaning out Sega's former UK offices. Sega allegedly used an undercover investigator posing as a buyer to identify the collector before police seized the items and arrested him on suspicion of handling stolen goods. Collector says he purchased everything legally and had no reason to believe the items were stolen. Yeah, I feel like he's legally in the clear as far as being a thief goes, but unfortunately, I don't think that would stop the stuff from being taken from him, given that it was probably not theirs to sell in the first place. But thankfully, that's not the same as, like, we were talking about, like, losing access to single-player games. Like, it's not the same as having that taken away, right? That's a different beast there, but a funny and weird beast. Oh, red chili flakes are a great addition to pizza. Classic. Let's do that. Real about that happening to someone? Like, my worry is when we get to a point where, like, we're taking this game away from you, like, right out of your Steam library. Because I've had things taken off the Steam store page, but never the game taken out of my library. Outside of, and this doesn't count, as a creator of Twitch streams and YouTube videos, I will be given pre-release keys for games. And those can be revoked after the game is released. Like, we were playing, Unnamed Pixel Simulator via a Steam key. Like, that could be taken away at some point. If I remember, Sony who nuked the whole player's library. Consoles do get a little wacky with that kind of shit. Like, Sony sucks a great deal. I know recently it's not video games, but people that bought movies through them, those movies were just taken away. And that's because Sony made an agreement with the license holder for the movies, and then that expired. But they didn't tell people that that could happen. Like, when they purchased their movies, they assumed it was safe. That's possibly what it was. I mean, it could be possible that someone had, like, their PlayStation Plus membership thing, like, axed hardcore, and if they had games through that were digital only, they may have lost access to them that way. Imagine Steam taking away someone's copy of Rift Wizard 3 demo. Unthinkable! They would never. Remember the Disney vaults? I remember the Disney vault. When it comes to movies, I still have physical media. I got my DVD and my Blu-rays. Wherever I summon my dragons, I teleport, of course. Shouldn't be surprised. Yeah, demos, playtests. Like I said, as a content creator, I get a lot of keys, and occasionally I'll be sitting at my computer and Steam will have an alert pop up saying that, like, a certain key was revoked. And it's like, oh yeah, that thing I played like 6 years ago. I still have a DVD drive, yeah. Songs I downloaded from Kazaa in the 2000s. Are you trying to kill me? I felt vertigo wash over me when you said that. Ah, Kazaa. Hang in there. What? Who said that? Let's just get some nice defensive stuff going. Take that out. We just put that in there. Duh. They're trying to bring... Is MySpace still alive? Bring back AOL chat rooms. Tom's always waiting for you. Is that right, Tom? You still here, Tom? Yeah, let's reroll. A lot of bad season. He was here earlier. AOL chat rooms. The whole AOL ecosystem was so terrible. But that's where I put on my robe and wizard hat from. It was just random as AOL chat rooms. I remember being like 16, role-playing in a fucking chat room. Wasn't it IRC? Probably IRC for I put on my robe and wizard hat. ASL? Release the dragons. What was the standard response? 19F Cali, something like that? Pretty much. Alright, you guys can handle the rest. Oh, letter L? Hell yeah. Yeah, welcome to the chat rooms in general. "90 degrees Fahrenheit in California? Yes. That's not a terrible one. All the spawners are up there, annoyingly, but... Alright, there's my army. Anyway, I started blasting. If there's one thing I'm weirdly proud of, when it comes to usernames, not much has changed for me. Like, I've been Eternal Wizard since the age of AOL. Spleen Machine was my video gaming name. Like, Eternal Wizard was my AOL handle. And then when I started playing online video games, I was Spleen Machine. 103 degrees, the AC's been out. Gotta flip on God. That sounds horrible, Phosphorite. And grounds for getting up and leaving. If they're like, what do you think you're doing? Like, I will die if I stay here. 104 degrees is when the human brain starts melting. I have to go. You were Trepidation. Ba, ba, ba. Once a wizard, always a wizard. I have always been a huge fucking nerd. Hey, what's going on, Greywers? Watched a piece of the guided run for Blink, and I understood why I both like and dislike in Thunderstrike. push me in a calculating mindset. It reminds me to think and look. It's like you could play Stonewake or Stampede with just general tactical thinking. But Thunderstrike pushes you to think. Like, you can really cruise and go fast once you have the full setup, because when you have the other portions on there, you will teleport, and everyone around you will get thunderstruck and stunned, and then you disperse them. Then you shoot them with magic missiles and strip their shields. And while they are teleported away, they are going to be silenced. It's like, yeah! So once you get to like the midway point of the run, all the tactical thinking is replaced with, I will teleport 35 times and everyone will die. Always been a nerd, but you grew up craven. No reason to change it. A lot of lightning immunity here, huh? Good old storm spirits. Skanked so hard you got elbowed in the face after getting a lip piercing and chipped your front tooth? We ever doing a Spikeball Factory run again? Yeah, like I do pretty much all the runs if I can. I've never gone to a ska show, but I have gone to like metal shows where the mosh pits are scary. Like System of a Down's mosh pits are scary. I prefer the gentle mosh pits of mindless self-indulgence. Those were just kind of the pushy, shovey mosh pits, not so much the, that man is wheeling his arm and looking to punch somebody. Bow, bow, bow. Combinatorial calculator. Oh, I'll be playing Rift Wizard until I'm dead. I can't help it. I just love getting little buddies. Went to a metal gig in a small basement room of a club last week. Never thought I'd see a mosh pit described as cute. I think the weirdest mosh pit I ever saw was I saw Apocalyptica at the Knitting Factory in New York, and the Knitting Factory is A, small, B, Apocalyptica is a band of 3 cellists, but they play metal music. It's metal cello, but a tiny-ass venue with people moshing to cellos was awesome. But also watching somebody play a cello over their head, like, instead of playing it like this, like lifting it up and playing it over their head was incredible. You love Apocalyptica? Apocalyptica is great. Or is great. They're still active. But that's one of my favorite live shows I saw, was Apocalyptica. I really enjoyed Apocalyptica. I saw Dream Theater was a really good performance. Matthew Goodband surprisingly was a good show. Like, I like Matthew Goodband. I didn't think the show would be very exciting, but he really got into it. And I saw Devin Townsend, but not for Strapping Young Lad, but for the Devin Townsend project, and that was a fun show too. My favorite part is he was on stage, Devin Townsend, he's like, "You motherfuckers want to see what I was doing instead of getting laid?" And everyone's like, "Yeah," thinking he's gonna play his guitar. He's like, "Well, I can't because I was playing Dungeons and Dragons and I got my druid all the way to level 17, baby." And then he started shredding his guitar. But good mislead, good mislead.
Very good.
Good joke, good joke. Alright, for every 75 damage dealt by lightning storm, we summon a storm spirit. So I want to put my lightning storm over spawners and the boss, that way we can get our spirits. You've really tried to enjoy Dream Theater, but you listen to LTE first. Train of Thought's the album you want to listen to if you want to get into Dream Theater. At least that's for me. Every good frontman needs to be a good comedian. I can get behind that statement. All the Dream Theater albums are great. I enjoy them. Like, I can understand other people not liking some of them. But for me, Train of Thought's my favorite. Let there be dragons. Yoink. Images and words because I'm a fake fan? Nothing wrong with images and words. I mean, a shitty X could ruin anything, right? How short is Chris? Very short. Not liking how still alive a lot of you are at the moment. My little storm buddies are not killing everybody like I hoped they would. And I'm out of my dragons. Just want to make a storm crest right there. Yeah, very rude of them to be doing that living thing. You're 5'10". I'm 5'8". I think I might just make a brain head here. Charges. Conjuration. That's right. That's not how we do this. Why do you have the word charge on there? You're a liar. Oh, I can make a memory staff? Hard to say no to that. God damn it. Alright, we'll do this first. Oh my god, I hate him so much. Do it! Right. That won't work. That's right, you bastard. Alright, feeling a lot better now. There we go. The eye generator's dead. Really gotta worry about that stupid bastard early. Like, kill him early. There were 5-inch heels. Get in there and help me. Alright, so I'm gonna go hide with my big dragon mom. Come and get me. I'm squishy again. That's right. I thought I was a short stack. Where do we go from here? Rain of Thunderbolts makes sense. One Rift Wizard, one Roly Boy. I don't know, Roly Boy had me going for a little bit there. I was getting nervous. Most goth girls couldn't walk in platforms either. but hot goth girlfriends. I don't understand. Got your instant win achievement yesterday? Nice. Nice. Or steel-toed boots. Steel-toed boots. Ah, storm beacon. Let's get that going, but get storm beacon to start. Chain fireball with wrathlings and chaos robes. Hell yeah. I have a video of a chain fireball run for the guided playthrough series coming up soon. Actually, before we do that, steel-toed boots. Oh no! Oh no! Ugh. I'll die if I want to. But you kind of wanna. I'll have a nice fisherman's friend. These things are amazing. Oh my god. You remember all the hints from yesterday? All of those hints, but with the addition of carnivorous. You're not my real mom. Speaking of, since we were talking about Dream Theater, that particular kind of music, that prog metal. I haven't looked to see if Aryon's made like a new album recently, but those are some of my favorites. I really like all their stuff. I love stupid concept albums. Not for a while. Disappointing. It's all Lag's fault. Made someone snort crushed up fisherman's friends for losing a bet once. They were very unhappy. Yeah, that's... Like, these things are intense. Like, I am using the extra strength ones, but... Like, my god. I kind of have any metal, but I kind of like the idea of getting more radius on my lightning stuff. Their last album was 2017. That's a shame. I know during COVID they had a side project where it was all remotely recorded. Like, I can't remember the name of the project. It wasn't Arion.
Hello there.
What's going on, Shifu? Rainbow sherbet sticks? Good lord. You could pull them off if you try, Mighty Odin. Man. Like, I want to use luminous threads, but... Let's try and get something with the nature or metal tag. You know, being immune to corrosive is not bad. Put a foot fetish in there. Yeah, the game gave me a fully upgraded storm. Well, not fully upgraded, but mostly fully upgraded Storm Drake, so I'm gonna run around it. Earlier we did another run where a Shrine of Knowledge gave me Summon Wizard with like 3 of the 4 upgrades. I'm like, today is apparently we do runs based on what the game wants me to do. Lucozade power? I don't know what Lucozade powder is. But yes. Alright, we gotta add some holy. Also, let's make lightning bolts 1 up there. Thunderstrike? Microsoft deleted his OneDrive account. Not quite the same as having like a game from your library taken away. Like other stuff was also lost there. But anything like that's annoying. Like, I do wish our ephemeral things were a bit more protected. Run was great until I ran into some Whirlwind Reapers. Those guys are scary. You could change the order? Yeah. As Good Boy just pointed out, you hold shift and arrow up or down. There we go. I have plenty of lightning mastery at the moment. But 421, you listed it yesterday. You said the name of the dinosaur. It was like the second one you listed too. You almost had it. But you kept on listing. Truly diabolical, I love it. Disgusting. Toad Knights are weak to lightning. Now that he's like the scary part of this. A lot of storm clouds I just made.
You all remember what to do whenever anyone says the secret word, right? Scream!
That's right! Scream real loud! Big boy! Right. I will teleport. I gotta be careful about the teleporting part. Like, really careful about that. Could have sworn I said Allosaurus yesterday. You may have. But did you spell it right? I-I-L-L-N-N. Iln. After 4-1, put everything on cooldown. I mean, Chain Lightning as a freebie is not the worst thing I've ever seen. Do you die if you stop flying while over a chasm? I believe there's like a couple of safety nets, but yeah, if like you're way into a cavern, you'll die. Way over a chasm, rather, you'll die. Unless Opportunity Drive changed it. Hold on, let's look at... Ride Drake. If you lose this buff while over a chasm, unless you have other methods of flight, you will be deposited at the nearest valid tile. If no such tile exists, fall to your death. If no such tile exists... So, if the ledge is crowded... How did I almost die? Was it demon form? Yeah, I almost died because I was in demon form, and we had a lot of, like, weird stuff going on. I've yet to fall in a chasm and die. That should be an achievement. Yeah. But, like, on levels like this one, if there were a lot of chasms, with these guys summoning imps constantly, it's not unreasonable to see the whole thing get filled up. Same thing with fairy queens summoning 1,000,000 fairies. Like, I've been on stages where there is standing room only, in that there's no standing room. Now fight! Hold on. It hit the whole map. I want to actually watch it happen. Make it take the longest route possible to hit that guy. Clouds summoned by lightning storm also do lightning damage. Make it bigger, it does more damage, or make it so it always does damage. I kind of hope we find a Shrine of Evolution. How you gonna deal with electric resist enemies in this build? Our dragons have melee attacks, and we're summoning storm spirits. But even then, we're gonna need some other tools, I think. There's no bosses with electricity resistance. I thought we were going for like a joke about resistance as an element of like, that's how you measure parts of electricity. It's like the resistance. I wouldn't worry about it, Audrey. Yep, sanctions are really good. It's more an issue for like large numbers of things. Like when there's a crowd and it's just like, I hate that all of you are immune. Resistance current charge. There we go. Come on, man. I just want the letter L. Impotence. Resistance is sophomore shit. H-E-U-T. Try and go somewhere where I won't be frozen immediately. And then I got frozen immediately. Well, the whole screen's covered right now. Let's just go ahead and chain lightning. Just guaranteed to hit everybody. Fully upgraded Thunderstrike, all four? Nice. Holy Spear makes it very useful. Holy Spear is a good spell. Hold on. There we go. Does it not hit you? It can hit me if it wants. I'm immune to lightning damage. Holy Spear's equipment. Archangel Spear's equipment. Silver Spear is the spell. But it's a holy spell, so I immediately understood exactly what we're talking about. Live the equivalent to spherical cowland with no air resistance, but for digital circuits. Didn't even bother with the cow. An L! They are real. Yes, my giant child. Damage dealt. Lightning storm did 18. There we go, finally. My Thunderstrike deals 200 damage with a range of 16 without line of sight. Leave my big dragon alone. He's a good boy. Do, 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 do. Your reward for killing him is... Oh, I'm not allowed to make a new one after he's gone? Oh no. You life-draining bastard. Life drain this. Nuclear chemistry's my last go at engineering before I give up and go into law. Two eyes and an N. There it is. Thunder God seems like a fun one, but Tempest Drakes makes perfect sense because we're basically moving around Tempest Drakes here. Lightning bolts. Pyrostatic curse won't do much. We're not doing fire. Lightning staff is a good idea. And coruscating one is probably a good idea too. Like, I don't think I actually need the Stormcaller staff. Like, in all honesty, we're already filling the screen thanks to Storm Beacon here. Alright, what other kind of lightning nonsense can we not afford here? Oh, one more letter K, you say? Understood. Still salty about an exam? Alright, letter K is more important than anything else here. Damn it. Yeah, we lack the T. This is the worst possible level for us. Stormcrest presents some problems. Funny enough, it might be this floor for us. Alright, step 1, lightning form. Step 2, summon a big boy. Step 3. Teleport randomly all across the map. Immediately get stunned after doing it, and try again. Alright, now we can go up to fast. Is that... What is the writing? What is the text on the when you teleport gain 2 shields? Is it when I cast a translocation spell, or is it when I teleport? Let's take a look. When you teleport, gain 2 shields. Yeah, that's not the worst idea in the world. Come on, dragon. Rage. K. Oh, yeah. Problem is that guy. So we need K, K. L. We could do cheaper L's. S, S, L. Yes. I'll be over here. And I ask you not to bother me while I do this. Ugh. All right, now. I need a lot more letter L's again. Whoops, teleported myself. Come on, there we go. Ah, how nice. Okay. Chaos. Arcade. Arcade's probably the most likely thing to come up. Chronomancy. Essence Flux as a freebie is not the worst plan. Do 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 do. Arc lighting is great. I drink and I know things. Don't worry, Bosif. I did art. Art and film. Be rude not to arc lightning, right? Thing is, I do want Tempest Drakes and I'm 2 points away from it. Like, that's the real play. Yeah, that's why I was like, I want Essence Flux, but we could probably do some other tricks for dealing with that problem. I got my own big guy! Alright, I just need another spell point to be teleported my way. Come on. There it is! Begin. Yeah, teleporting the items to the player makes a lot more sense for an item pickup. Got pretty good coverage here. We can find an evolution shrine. If we had We had the mage part on our dragons. This would be super busted. Yeah, that's why I'm re-rolling as much as I am. Duplication Shrine. Alright, we do have to use slot 9 for Annihilate. So Annihilate was there. We cast 55 Annihilates. Upgrades that grant spell tags are extremely powerful. Hell yeah, they are. Alright, sir. We're gonna lightning form immediately. And hope that you don't get through all my armor before this has keep me safe and sound. Yeah. Just flood the board with my babies. Yeah, upping our radius would be awesome. Like, Void Traveler's Cloak is a good idea. But these teas might be better served for a nice geometer staff. It really is. It's so expensive. But it's so goddamn good. Well. Poor guy's being eaten by a billion tiny copies of himself. What a way to go. $730 damage done from Storm Cloud. I think I need to cast this once just to make it kind of happen. But really, this is the important part. 46 annihilates. Yeah. Do. A K and a U, and I can get the rainbow blade. That would up our sorcery damage. It would up our lightning storm damage. Up our thunderstrike damage. And Annihilate goes so hard once we get the other upgrade for it. This is a little tempting. Most of our damage is coming from Thunderstrike. Outside of the Storm Drakes wrecking up house afterwards. Archangel Spear would strip everyone's shields and double our damage on Rain of Thunderbolts. I think it's Magic Wand time, if not right now, then very soon. But I need maybe a few more letters. H M H H. Hold on to that L. Not chain fireballing. Don't forget about Rain of Thunderbolts, though. Rain of Thunderbolts and Annihilate are going off. But you're hiding for that. But not every floor is gonna have like a little nook like this, right? Like, we could have also started in this corner and had line of sight. But we had 144 Thunderstrikes and 46 Annihilates go off. A K and a U. Some kind of UK we need. A UK. There's a U. Blech. This is kind of a case in point of, will be... Oh, Lord, never mind. I do want to hide. Oh, wait. It casts Chain Lightning. Never mind. Oh, I'm already immune to necrosis. Lighting form. Where are my clouds at? Let there be more dragons. That's not smoke, it's steam. Steam from the steamed clams we're having. Mmm, steamed clams. Walking past a seafood restaurant earlier today, someone said there's smoke out of your vent. You should have said it. You should have did it.
That's what I call hamburgers.
God damn. I forget that that has a voice line attached to it. Rum, rum, rum. Was it a Utica-style hamburger? Mmm. Now that's what I call Utica. Just need a letter K. Providence style. And a Miki. Immune to lightning. Oh my god. Jesus, is everything here immune to lightning? What's important though is that they're not immune to holy damage. They're in fact weak to holy damage. Weak to it. Time Striders moment? How many T's are needed for Time Striders, though? Oh my god, just the one. And where are you? Right there? At the perfect spot for it, even? Mmm. Delicious. Horror plant? And Miki's not long for this world. There he goes. I love Broken Stopwatch so much. Does permanence work with Time Striders? I believe it does not, but let me check real fast. All spells on equipment gain minion duration. All spells. Oh no, it would. It would. You have to cast it like immediately. Yeah. Like, how do you can it be done? Can you cast it before Time Striders goes off? Yeah, entering arena starts first. Yeah, if you grafted an eye onto it with you... Alright. There's a way. There's a way. If you wanted it to work, you would have to graft the Y component onto permanence, and then craft something with Odin's Eye so it auto-casts when you first arrive. Permanent permanence is just for the level you're on, the floor. So the answer, Lan, is it doesn't work on Time Striders unless you carefully craft it to auto-cast on level start using Odin's Eye and a Spellgraph Shrine. I know that used to work in Rift Wizard 1, pre-casting before entering portals, but that's no longer the case in Rift Wizard 3. I do kind of miss it. Like, there was some fun tech with, like, pre-casting before you enter rifts. This pulsing wave of electricity. It could work. Like, what's fun is, like, that there's an avenue to make that happen. That's, like, the part I really like the most about Rift Wizard 3 is the equipment and all these interactions allow for some otherwise impossible and interesting combinations. As much as I would love to re-roll another Archangel Spear would mean our Thunderbolts will do so much damage. One was a different beast, I understand. Dooda dabbo dabbo dooba. Let's make another Archangel Spear. Oh, it's a Frostfire Tormentor in front of me. My Chain Lightning's still doing only 24, right? One S away from Arch Sorcery Wand. Yep, level end and level begin, you get a recharge and your health resets. God damn it, the U's attached to the B. And the L's attached to one of my M's, the T's attached to it. Curses. Whatever. Statue's almost dead anyway. Bow, bow, bow. There you go, everybody. Enjoy very powerful thunder strikes. Oh my god, we got one! You can get it off of Rain of Thunderbolts. That's awesome. I wasn't sure if it would work that way. Alright, let's see here. I want the Dynamo and Archangel Spear. And then the Dynamo and Archangel Spear. There we go. Nice little border. Local stray had a litter of kittens, and they like to hang out on my neighbor and mine's porch. Problem is the kittens have uprooted all the plants in their flower pots and have started shitting in them. They're just providing you with fertilizer, right? God damn, of course, Yaldabaoth is the one. The one that's super strong against Holy and Lightning. That has the letter K there. And then, of course, we've got completely immune to lightning and will teleport me all over the goddamn place. But I will be immune to his electrical attacks. Just wants to hold you. All the spark spirits. Like, I have my holy damage happening, which is nice. Now, is this based on their current HP or their max HP? Their current HP? Once the ads are dead, this could work out well. Problem is, we're gonna be afflicted with Blood Curse, which means my 100% immunity to lightning will not be. Will not be, in fact, 100% immunity to lightning. So despite the possibility of being immune to their damage, we will lose that for 30 turns. You don't want to be that thing's ally when it dies. But what if we don't kill it? What if we become its ally, then we start healing it? Keep it nice and healthy. Good, there's standing room only here. This has the holy tag, which means my shields are now so much better. Alright, well, if I'm not going to be getting my, my letter K, it's time to make something else. Still sorcery. It's got all those other tags on it now. So, definitely need the letter L. But that's gonna be the last thing we put in there. So let's see. I have no A's, unfortunately. But I do have an I have an H. Flatulence cup. We could put Flagellant's Cup together. We have the B. But as you are pointing out, we've already re-rolled. Alright, I have my ice and my holy and my dark. My L will be the last one I put in there. Is there another singular tag I want to put in beforehand? Probably conjuration. And then L and N. Flagellant's Cup's good. Is the big light bulb man a construct, you know? I'm not actually sure. God, I hate... Like, thanks to our Thunderstrike being holy, we're gonna strip shields off everybody. It only looks at the spells cast, but we're auto-casting a bunch of stuff. Our Sorcerer's Staff is a nice one for us. Ah. Well, that's pretty much it for damage upgrades for me, unfortunately. Talking hats, we do have our Lightning Storm and Lightning Form. Having that not use a turn's not the worst idea. I hate Gaia just because of all those, Gaia's blessings that are gonna happen. There's a hair in my mouth. And not great line of sight. Whereas this stage, the damage output we're going to have is high enough that I think we'll be okay. Despite how scary it looks. Now it's all one buff. The Poison Stripper. I do not. Nor do I have the means to craft it. Yeah. It took me a second to figure out what you're talking about, but yeah, the Kai's Blessing. If we could strip the buff, we'd be fine, but we don't have any more components. We have one U, one F, one B, and one H. We're gonna have a Y, an L, and a C. If we had Caustic Sprig, that'd be great. I think we're just gonna kind of blast through this. Annihilates are gonna be going off. All the Thunder Strikes are gonna remove the shields from the eyes. Yeah, if that's how we're starting before I even channel, I think we're gonna be alright. Gaia's Blessing, it heals them and gives them shields. A good amount of them every turn. I once had to do 4,000 turns to wait out some of the buff so I could take my turn. Which was very funny. I was just running around the level for a while. It was just me and Gaia. The 1 trillion eyeballs are scary, but we should end up with enough dragons to pull hits and we'll stun lock a lot of them. Horrible eyeballs. Let's not worry about how much health he's gaining right now. That's a problem for us in the future. Almost down to 1 target. Up, up, up. Man, Lightning Frenzy would have been great to have. $37,000 health. Immune to damage from sorcery and enchantment spells. but not from my equipment. Nor my minions. He dies to daggers? Is that because it's a ritual? Yeah, neither enchantment nor sorcery. We're largely relying on equipment right now. Oh, right. Brackets. We can use the brackets to change the game speed. You know, old habits die hard. I love how it speeds up over time. It is so funny every time. Yeah, backspace is great for just like, all right, just do it. I don't care. I just want to be done. How healthy are my little sprites? 4,000 HP. Boo-doo-boo. The power! Power! Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Flagellant's Cup, and for my Purity Oculus, 6. Damn. Oculus it is. I never made my molten carapace. I guess these guys aren't as horrible as they used to be. Used to be like line of sight, like if they saw you and a debuff was going on them, you would get it instead. But now, debuffs that would be applied to the unit are instead delivered to the target of its next attack. Still a bummer, mind you. Whoops. I wish I wasn't on turbo there. And off he goes. Can't believe we didn't do arc lighting in this run. But like, it really was a run about Storm Drake because we got an upgraded Storm Drake. Yeah, Annihilate just woof. 142 Annihilates happened in those 6 turns. I completely forgot. I was like, I'm gonna cast Cloud of Lightning right over and teleport, everything dies. Like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I forgot. I forgot what I had built. Annihilate did 20,000 damage there. So floor 1, we picked up Poison Sting. Floor 2, we ended up with Storm Drake that lets us summon like a giant dragon companion. Stormcrest the dragon. So that run was, it's Storm Drake time. That was a fun run. And we went a good while without really upgrading our stuff very much. Like, we have things, obviously, but not damage. It was a little while before we started really worrying about upping the damage there. My favorite part's the part with the Storm Drake. Me too. My favorite part's how the whole screen is just gonna be pretty lights and colors. Like every screen's gonna look like this. All the clouds disappearing, yeah. 10,000 chain lightning damage is pretty sweet. There's a lot of lightning resistance. That's like what I was learning over the course of this run. It's just like, you bastard. These poor guys. Instantly obliterated. A fine run. A fine run indeed. Thank you for watching that episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. An even bigger thank you to these people above me, the members here at YouTube and the Patreon patrons, as my life is actively falling apart around me. Your support really means the world to me right now. Thank you so much. If you watching would like to support me, we got links down below for the direct means, but the easiest thing to do is just like, comment, and subscribe to feed the algorithm. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.